Jaden, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations. If you're good to go, just give us a thumbs up. All right, we're all set. So everyone, again, welcome to this NCAA March Madness postgame press conference featuring the victorious Alabama Crimson Tide. We have sophomore guard Jaden Shackleford with us now after his 21-point performance. And so thanks everyone for participating. We will begin the press conference now, and media members, final reminder, you can use the raise hand function to indicate if you'd like to ask a question. And then when you're called on, state your name and affiliation first so that Jaden knows who he's speaking with. We'll start our questions with Cecil Hurt from the Tuscaloosa News. Cecil, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Jaden, first, what was the difference in the three-point shooting from the first game of the tournament until tonight? Why the improvement? And then I have a follow-up.
Right. I feel like we didn't come out the first game with as much defensive intensity as we needed to. And, this game, I feel like we kind of changed that. That was a big emphasis coming in today. So, we run off stops. Our three ball usually falls more. So I feel like that was a bigger reason why our three ball fell this game.
And also, growing up playing high school basketball in Southern California, did you follow UCLA? Is this a big game for you personally?
Yeah, most definitely. I always follow UCLA, always one of my favorite teams to watch. So, it's going to be cool playing against, a Pac-12 team out west. So that'll be fun.
Thanks for your question, Cecil. Next, we'll go to Michael Casagrande with AL.com. Michael, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, Jaden, just the three-point shot tonight with Petty specifically. I know he had been struggling a little bit. What was it like to see him? I know he made a couple in a row there in the bench where he went nuts for him. What was that moment like?
It was amazing, man. It's good to see, the work pay off, and, JP's in the gym all the time. So it feels good, see him knock down some shots this game. It was big for us, it was big on our run. So it was good to see the shot fall for him. I'm super proud of him, super happy.
Thanks for your question, Michael. Next, we go to Tyler Martin with Bama Central. Tyler, you can unmute yourself to ask your question.
Hey, Jaden, there was a stretch in the game when JP hit those back-to-back threes and then you hit the back-to-back threes to really pull away. What's the electricity like on the court in that moment? Because you guys, just as a whole, just seemed fired up and so much fun and had so much confidence that anything you put up was going to go in.
Right. It's surreal, to be honest. We dreamt of being on this stage early on in the year. So, just see the work at hand and on display is just surreal. Our bench is great. Our fans are great. Much love to them for all the support they bring to us. Just all that just fed into that electricity on the court for us, and it was big. It probably helped us make those shots. So, big shots, but there's a lot going into it.
Thanks for your question, Tyler. Next, we'll go to Drew Thiarman with WZZK. Drew, you can unmute yourself to ask your question.
Yeah, Jaden, just congratulations, first of all, to you and the guys. But talk about the offensive rhythm that you guys got into quickly. What did you think the key there was? And talk about Javon Quinley's performance. He really ran the team well, getting the double-double.
Right. Out the gate, Coach emphasized just getting out and running. We had to play off of our stops. So once we got stops and we kind of broke the game through, it was big. JQ was big for us, distributing and, also scoring. So, he ran the team well today, and our offense was flowing, and I feel like when we get stops, our offense is hard to guard.
Thanks for your question, Drew. Moving along, our next question will come from Steve Moulton with WZZN. Steve, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Jalen, congratulations on the win. Tell me about the locker room. What was it like there in the locker room post game?
It was, super excited. Everybody was super excited. Everybody was hyped. It's a big milestone in our program. First week Sweet 16 since 2004. So, it was big for us. We like to soak up our accomplishments. So we'll soak it up for the day and prepare for UCLA throughout the week. But it was a nice, excited locker room after that game. I'm just proud of my guys for pulling through and getting here.
Okay, thank you for your question, Steve. Next, we'll go to Joey Blackwell with Bama Central. Joey, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, Jaden, congrats on the win. My question is really simple here. How does it feel to finally have Josh Primo back on the court with you guys?
Feels amazing. Super proud of how he attacked his rehab and, really wanted to get back on the court for the team. And, he came out and gave us strong minutes, came out and hit shots, crashed on the offensive glass. He was a big contribution to today's win. So, it just feels good to have him back out there with us. He deserves to be out here on this big stage, and, just couldn't be more happy for him.
Thank you.
Thanks for your question, Joey. Next up, we'll go to Gary Graves with the Associated Press. Gary, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, Jaden, obviously, beginning of the season, you all expected some kind of improvement, but again, the Sweet 16, could you all have imagined something like that even when you all were winning a lot?
Right. I mean, it was always something we imagined, always something we thought we were capable of. So, I mean, we always talked about it, to be here is special, and, the feeling is kind of indescribable at this point, because this team has worked so hard to get here. So, like I said earlier, we're going to soak up, this moment and how much it took us to get here. But it's definitely, something to be proud of for this program and organization.
Okay, thank you for your question, Gary. Next, we'll go with Mike Reeves from AP Radio. Mike, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
And Jaden, you guys are generally you're a good three-point shooting team, but what keys you in as a team to know that it may be a night like it was tonight? Is there anything in particular that sets up a night when you're hitting at such a high rate as you did this evening?
Right. I mean, usually on nights that we shoot well from three, we're able to, get past our defender and, get paint touches. And, once we get paint touches, it opens up a lot of opportunities from three. So I feel like we did a good job, getting into the interior and making spray outs and kick outs to open teammates. And, once we get paint touches, it's easier three-point opportunities for the whole team.
Okay, thanks for your question, Mike. Next, we'll go with AP Steedham from WHEP. You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hey, Jaden, congratulations. Jaden, I wanted to ask you, before the game, when you're warming up, are you feeling it? Do you know that night is going to be good for you? And then what has happened to Alex Reese? Where's that confidence level coming from with Alex?
Right. In warm-ups, not even myself, but, we all just try to come in and, just stay focused and locked in. It's a time where we got to, prepare ourselves, make sure our shots are dropping. And, there's days where you feel like your shot is dropping and, I feel like that every night. Our guys are coming in confident that their shot is going to fall. So tonight just happened to be a great night for us shooting the ball. And for Reese, it's amazing to see how much he's doing for us right now. He's came in with a positive mindset, coming in, knocking down shots for us. He's playing huge minutes for us, and it's a big reason why we won these past two games.
Thanks for that question. Next, we go to Tony Tsoukalis with Bama Insider. Tony, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Jaden, Javon had his first double-double, first career double-double. How big was that for him? And then how big was just the whole bench today?
Huge for JQ. He's a super unselfish guy. We all know he can score the ball, but he's a great facilitator, great distributor. So, he found the open guys today, and he also found his own rhythm. So, it was huge for us. We had, 19 assists as a team, so he had 11 of those, and that was huge for us today. And, it was big.
Okay, thank you, Tony. Scott Griffin, can you please identify who you're with and ask your question after you unmute yourself?
Yeah, ABC 3340, Shaq. There was a period of time early in the season when Herb Jones had foul trouble and had some games, and you guys kind of carried on. Now it just doesn't seem like a big deal. You guys aren't phased when he gets in foul trouble. There's a confidence on both ends of the floor, it looks like.
Definitely, Herb struggled, with foul trouble early on in the season and today as well. So, we got guys ready to come off the bench, next man up mentality. So, when the guy's down one game, you got to be ready to come in and, contribute to our team on both ends of the floor. So, I feel like our guys are coming in confident, ready to take up that role and, Herb's role when he's out the game. So I feel like we've done a great job of that every time Herb's come in foul trouble.
Thanks, Scott. And our final question, we'll go back to Cecil Hurt with the Tuscaloosa News. Cecil, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
talk a little bit about the energy that Juwan Gary brings. What do you get from him? He's in the starting lineup today, but what does he bring to the team in different areas?
Right. You know, he comes in and gives his all each and every play, each and every possession. He's going for every rebound that's in front of him. You know, he's great on the offensive glass. He gets us a lot of second chance opportunities. You know, he runs the floor hard. He defends. He finishes at the rim. So, you know, he's bringing a lot to the table for our team right now. So, you know, he's a great guy to have out there. He's all about the right stuff, and you know, it's great to see him playing well right now.
Thank you.
Okay, Jaden, thank you again so much for your time. Congratulations and best of luck against UCLA in the Sweet 16.
Thank you.